not going to like this. There was a time in this country. There was a time in this country. It was 8:47 p.m. What's the difference between a bird because I'm so rich and famous and handsome, people often confide in me. I've been asked, do I think that Bigfoot exists? To which I reply, have you ever seen a baby pigeon? But they must exist. Did you know that a chicken is an egg's way of making yet another egg? Delilah's daddy was old. Delilah's daddy was fat. Delilah's daddy had gold. Now what do you think about that? How now, brown cow? Back in the 1800s, of which specific year, I do not know, don't test me, a group of courageous men, women, and children of various ages, they left Britain to form a country that is known as America. I don't know, maybe you've heard of it. Now every year we celebrate this on what will be known as the 4th of July. One of the only holidays to be named after the day that it's on. Second only, of course, to Cinco de Mayo. We celebrate this small victory by setting off fireworks from Japan that we pay taxes on. Oh, how wrong you've been. Now's the part where I tell you that, friends, you're forgetting the most important subject, and it's only the most important part. Yes? Did you know that elephants will intentionally eat rotten fruit to render themselves inebriated? My grandfather, bless his cold dead heart, was a sailor. Yes! I'm sure you've heard the myth of mermaids. Where that comes from, you ask? A big fat animal called a manatee. Can you believe it? You see, manatees have the closest resembling vagina to a human female's anatomy. Thus, mermaids. If you give a man a fish, you will feed him for a day, and then you can eat him. Oh, my friends, I'm here to tell you, if you teach a man a fish, well, you've just given away valuable information for free. Like a dumbass! Bats are not actually blind. In fact, they see very well. So well, in fact. Did you know, back in the 1970s, there was a whole fraudulent Social Security check conglomerate on blind bats? In fact, I somewhat feel bad for you. Listen, buddy, I get it. In my line of work, I've seen it 1,000 times. You love your eldest daughter. She's your princess. You'd do anything in the world for her. She comes home. Prom night. Turns out she's dating a boy named Vladimir from none other than Transylvania. He's a foreign exchange student. He's a vampire, no big deal. We've all seen Twilight. It's 2021, people, okay? Turns out this vampire turns into a bat, so you figure that you are safe because bats are blind! Flashback to the 1970s story I just revealed to you. Next thing you know, all the garlic is missing out of your house. You're a little bit settled because you know, bats are blind. 2 weeks later, boom, boom, boom! He's standing at the foot of your bed with none other than the same video camera you gave your little sweetie pie on her 16th birthday. And then what happens next? You're at the supermarket, maybe with your wife, maybe with your wife's mom, buying cantaloupes! A 14-year-old with sticky green shoes comes up to you, and this bubblegum chewing mother bleep has the nerve to ask you, "How's your wife?" _JDog #57. He calls you, and then it hits you. Boom! Fanta, the delicious beverage soda pop, was created by the Coca-Cola Corporation to serve the needs of the Nazi Party. Now do you want a Fanta? Wonk! What's the difference between a bird Okay. Delilah's daddy was fat. Delilah's daddy was old. I fucked it up.
God damn it.
It's okay, you can do that again.
My grandfather, bless his cold dead heart, was a sailor. Yes! You see, manatees have the closest resembling vagina to an actual human female. These sailors, we'll call them seamen, used to cast their nets out. If you give a man a fish, you will feed him for a day, and then you can eat him. Oh, my friends, I'm here to tell you, if you teach a man a fish, well, you've just given away valuable information for free. Like a dumbass! Okay, keep that in there. Bats are not actually blind.
Fucking goddamn it. Do it again.
Hold on.
So well, in fact, that they've started an illegal Social Security check conglomeration. Seen it on the news 1,000 times. Your daughter comes home, vampire, bat, think he's blind. Where'd he get all that money?
What the fuck?
Okay, keep that. Okay.
Seen it 1,000 times. Daughter comes home, dating a bat, vampire. You assume he's blind because he's a bat. I get it. You love your eldest daughter. She comes home from prom night with the current foreign exchange student from none other than Transylvania. He's a vampire, no big deal. It's 2021, we're not racist. Turns out, he turns into a bat, so you figure it's safe. Then prom night comes along, and who does she bring home? Fuck you. Flashback to the 1970s story I just revealed to you. Next thing you know, all the garlic is missing out of your house. That in 1971, New York Times wrote an article about the blind Social Security check fraudulent conglomerate. Hello? In my line of work, I've seen it 1,000 times. In fact, I actually kind of feel bad for you. Your eldest daughter, right? Your princess. You do it.
Fuck this. Damn, you were doing so well.
Damn it. Yo.
You should have looked at your
God
neck.
damn it.
You looked right at your neck.
Okay.